The rack and pinion is out. This is amazing. This is probably like one of the harder things that we had to do on this RZR. We had to, there's a few bolts under here, there and right there, and then two up here. We had to unscrew, which loosened up the differential. The differential is that thing right there. It loosened it up so it could move kind of back and forth. We ended up kind of like moving it forward a little bit and then sliding the rack and pinion out. We did kind of like scratch up some of the diff, but it's just some of the dirt coming off, so it's not a big deal. Our next step is we're gonna be putting in the new rack and pinion and tightening everything up. One thing we did actually have to do is loosen the axle up, so the axle is hanging. The A-arm of the strut, we had to pick it up, kind of bolted it down with some chains just to hold it up, and got the rack and pinion out. So time to put the new tie rod on. The next thing we're gonna do, we are going to actually take this tie rod in and we're gonna screw it right in. We're gonna spin this tie rod because to take this off, we have to clamp this down. We don't wanna rip the boots, so we're just gonna twist it in like this because this rod spins either way. We're gonna twist it in about, I wanna say like a few times, I wanna say about up to 8 times on each side. See how the wheels line up, just so that we'll be able to do alignment using this bolt later on. All right, so tie rods are on. We set it at an estimated length because we don't know how far they're supposed to be screwed in. We're gonna have to end up doing some alignment on it. I didn't expect to see this on an off-roading vehicle. Check this out. These are, I think they're called hex screws.
Star-shaped screws.
No, I feel like I'm not knowing what they're called. They're called something. They're called Torx? Yeah, Torx, that's what it is. This RZR is full of these Torx screws. So you'll see this on like German cars, BMWs, a lot of like Audis, Volkswagens, they have them. I was expecting more of like size 10 millimeter, you know, some screws here and there, but Torx screws, I mean, if you're off-roading and you get stuck, ain't no way you're getting half this thing apart because you've got Torx screws on here. Polaris, tell us. What was the point of this? Anyways, right now we're putting on all the plastics. We're gonna have to compress the top rails here to throw the fender on, which is also gonna be super interesting. All we got left is a front bumper, which we're also gonna assemble. So let's throw the wheels on and get going on the upper body. One of the last parts that we're doing on this thing is we're gonna be putting together the bumper slash fascia. The old bumper has a lot of the grills, and this is what this is. It has a lot of the grills in place. The headlights are fine. The only thing that ended up breaking were the mounts on the bumper. So you can see here, this broke. There's another mount like right here that broke. There's a mount up here that broke. And as you can see right here, these mounts are intact. So this is the bracket that we're talking about here. So it's on like a little spring. This allows it to kind of like move back and forth whenever you're riding on, obviously off-roading. So it's a good thing that none of these brackets broke off of the actual headlight. That way we don't have to replace the headlight, we're just replacing the front bumper. So let's go ahead and unscrew all these bolts and take out the grills. Let's hope that didn't break. All right, this is the new bumper. Nice and clean. It's a little dusty because my hands are dusty, but set it down and let's get to assembling. Basically, we're trying to bend this together so we can slide this on. But I don't think it's gonna work.
So we got the fender. We got the fender on there. You guys, we had a video, but the camera died, so it didn't save the video. Basically, took the hustler stick, put it on the jack, put this up against here and then just jacked it up, and that raised the roof high enough to slip the fender through there.
Alrighty guys, that is a wrap for today's video. We hope you enjoyed this RZR build. Don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that you know when the next video comes out. Also, be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok to get the inside scoop there before YouTube. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Make sure to throw your thoughts and comments down below. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.